Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 2 player props to bet. Let's get this money. Slam the damn like button. First prop, we got Jalen Hurts under 205 passing yards. And listen, I love Hurts. I love what the Eagles are going to do moving forward. But I do think this offense can struggle at times, specifically in the pass game. We know Saquon's going to go. We know against the Chiefs you're going to get fierce opposition. But also, we need to remember with the Chiefs in this game, they are kind of backs up against the wall. I do think the Eagles will run it well. And I'm not saying this Eagles offense will struggle. I just find 205 passing yards a bit high for Jalen Hurts. And anyone who watched me last year or watched this video last year, we took a lot of Jalen Hurts unders. It doesn't mean he's not a great player. It doesn't mean I didn't think the Eagles would win the Super Bowl, but it does mean that sometimes this offense lacks rhythm, specifically in the pass game. Next prop, we got Kyren Williams under 74.5 rushing yards. And listen, I like this Tennessee front seven. And I think when you look at this Rams team, I'm not as sold on this offense as everyone else. I love this Rams defense. And I think this has an outlook of an ugly game. And I think it will be low scoring. I mean, obviously Vegas isn't disagreeing with me too much when the over-under's been at 41.5 and 42 the whole week. I think the key to stopping the Rams offense is rather basic and elementary. You stop the run first and you make Stafford and this Rams offense into a pass-first offense. Yes, they can get going. Yes, they have two very good receivers, but there are limits, and the Rams tend to lack rhythm if the run game's not working, dating back to last year. I'm going under the 74.5 rushing yards. I'm bullish on this Titans defense. You can say what you will about the Titans offense. I absolutely hate Brian Callahan, the head coach. You guys don't need my rant on him, but this defense will fight, and I believe they do a lot. Next prop, we got Breece Hall. Over 18.5 receiving yards. Money. Breece Hall was money for us last year, and I think he'll do the same. I mean, when you look at this Jets offense, finally some organization is putting trust in the Justin Fields. Even when they were winning games with the Steelers last year, even when he'd have good performances, they didn't ask him to do a lot. He delivered the results, and yet everyone just looks for things he didn't do great. What does Justin Fields not do well? How about what does he do well? And the Pittsburgh Steelers defense saw that week 1 in the Meadowlands, and I believe this Bills defense is in for a matchup nightmare. I mean, Ed Oliver out. You got to stop Fields in this run game. You worry about Fields scrambling and Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall is going to be an option and a fucking train in the pass game like it was last year. Give me the over 18.5 receiving yards. Plus, Braylon Allen's going to be taking a lot of the work at running back. It's going to be a 60-40 split. But who do you want running routes? Allen, the big Josh Jacobs type? Or do you want Breece Hall, the young Marshall Faulk type? I'm not saying Breece Hall's as good as Marshall Faulk, but he's very good in space and very good at running routes. Give me the over 18.5 against a Bills linebacking core that's just lacking, man. Next prop, we got James Conner, over 64.5 rushing yards. You say the Panthers defense? I say bet the over for the opposing running back. Now, you do wonder about the distribution. We didn't see as much of James Conner last week as we thought he would, but I just don't think this Panthers defense can stop the run, and I don't know if they're physical enough, well-coached enough, and I don't know if they're going to be down for the fight, because when James Conner gets in rhythm, maybe a safer bet is to bet James Conner landmark at plus money to have him go over 100, because like I said, I don't know about the distribution carries. He is up in age. I mean, the man did survive fucking cancer. I'm going the over 64.5 rush rush yards. Next prop, this one is one I've been going back and forth with. He was on the injury report. Give me Wandale Robinson over 51.5 receiving yards for the New York Giants. Now, Russell Wilson struggled. That offensive line was the main reason why Russell Wilson struggled. I don't like Russell Wilson. I'm not here to defend him. And I know all the data guys, they love Slayton, and they've been just goozing over Slayton's longest reception prop the first 2 weeks, which probably aren't going to hit. But one I like is just Wandale Robinson working over the middle against a Cowboys secondary without Duran Landry, and I'm just worried about it, man. I'm worried about this Giant secondary. I'm worried about this Cowboys secondary. I think Wandale gets free. Over 51.5 receiving yards. Next prop, we got Tony Pollard. Under 17.5 rush attempts. I think this Rams front is a matchup nightmare for a Tennessee offensive line that did show signs of improvement, a Tennessee offensive line that did add the offensive guard, God, that I like to call him Zeitler. Like, listen, I think Tennessee will be a pretty good rush offense outfit this year. This is just a matchup nightmare for them. I believe the Rams make Cam Ward throw the football. Give me the under 17.5 rush attempts. Next prop, we got Sam Darnold, sunshine. Under 203.5 passing yards. Listen, this isn't even an indictment on Sam Darnold. This is more an indictment on the matchup and indictment on a Seahawks offensive line that, for me, just isn't fit to requirements, especially when you look at that interior position. You give him Cooper Kupp, and I told you, Cooper Kupp's washed. Like, look at his player prop in this game. I think it's 31.5, 32. And I'm getting to the next player prop in this, but I just don't think Sam Darnold will be effective, and I don't think he was effective at all against the 49ers, and everything game flow-wise, everything that went the Seahawks offensive way went their way, and they still did fuck all. This Steelers defense has to bounce back. It was embarrassing last week, even for a Justin Fields enjoyer like me. Give me the under 203.5 pass yards from Sammy D. Next prop, same game, same rationale. Smith and Jigba. Over 66.5 receiving yards. Like, firstly, the kid's a stud. Secondly, he can run any route in the route tree. Thirdly, who the fuck is Seattle going to throw the ball to? Over 66.5 receiving yards. Although, one thing I don't like about the Cooper Kupp edition is, firstly, like, Cooper Kupp can't play anymore. But secondly, he works in some of the areas, especially across the middle, that Smith and Jigba is awesome at. So, I like seeing Smith and Jigba more in the slot. Hopefully Cooper Kupp is put out the pasture sooner rather than later, even though he's a damn legend. Next prop, we got Jeudy. Over 55.5 receiving yards. Like, I know the mode bet is to think this is going to be a shootout and maybe go Flacco's overs, because Flacco didn't look too bad against the Bengals, but, you know, it's like me looking like Mr. America next to like a fat slob who weighs 600 pounds. Like, or other betting podcasters. Like, if you say I'm good looking compared to the other betting podcasters and YouTube channels, like, I don't know if that's like much of a compliment. I'm going over the 55.5 receiving yards for Jeudy. I think this game turns into a shootout, and I don't necessarily trust Flacco in this. And we saw Fannin take away a lot of targets from Njoku, so we have to go Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy's awesome, man. Give me the over 55.5 receiving yards. Next prop and last one, Daniel Jones. Under 210.5 pass yards. I just think this Broncos defense is best in the league. I mean, you got the Broncos. I mean, you could put the Eagles in this category. I mean, you know, everyone's going to say, Lawson, you're stupid. You could put the Ravens in this category. There's a few other. But for me, the Broncos are top 5 defense. And this defense has just a chance to do absolute dominant things. I think this Daniel Jones one is my favorite. Not even getting against Danny Dimes. It's Because like Shane Steichen, the reason why Daniel looked so good against the Miami Dolphins is because Shane Steichen ran the ball well and used play action and used motion that the Dolphins just simply weren't prepared for. And everything went his way from a game flow perspective. I mean, when this Denver defensive line digs their heels in and they come at you, and if it's a passing situation like 3rd and 9, good luck. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the video. The best gambling show on the internet. I hope the mic volume is louder. My bad, guys. Like, I'm not a tech guy. Like, I'm a little bit boomerish with a lot of this stuff. Because I have to spend so much time just looking for bets and trying to get us an angle in the tightest, most difficult betting market in the world. It just is. It's a different animal, this NFL stuff. So bear with me with the microphone stuff. One of you guys reached out and he's helping me, but overall, it's just like a bunch of shit I need to buy, and I don't really have that much time, and I'm located in Brazil, so it's like, fuck, bro. Like, you know, I don't have access to the same technology that you guys have. Hit the like button.